On the 3rd of April 2026, Scuff opened a bounty about making a slide level in 1 weekend. I thought I'd join in because I like slide maps. Let me show you what I did. This is Slide Bird's Light. You spawn on wood inside a cave, inside a mysterious cave with beams going through. There are skeleton hands. There's another wood, and on it is a bird. A blue bird looking to the light. As you continue, you can look at the bird, you can look at the other things, and you see, oh, there is a path. Continuing this path, you notice this is the right way. You see a bush, you see some dirt, you're on planks, and over there you see more wood of construction work. You've reached this place by jumping up here, and you turn around, and what do you see? Is this the path out of the cave? Is this what the bird is seeing down there when he's looking up into the light? You can't stand here any longer at this barrel and the other things, so you have to continue. You take the leap and jump through to the outside. You're now in the light. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you land on the blue as the bird. Finally free in the sun. Here's the goal zone. Let me show you everything about the map. When you spawn, to your side is the leaderboard of the people who have completed it, and the fastest time is on the top. Over here is the disclaimer that it was made for the scuff bounty, and you can also press M to die. I will show you how all of this is made and how the parkour plays. Your first jump is towards the arm of this root. The hitbox of this wood is slightly bigger because small objects are annoying, and you have enough space as you go in this direction off of it. Then over here you have the hands where you have to watch out that you don't hit your head going in or going out. Then you jump onto the ramp, but this ramp is made so you cannot glitch in from the side, so you have to land on the ramp. And here you have to make sure to not go too high, otherwise you will bonk your head on this, so you have to go low enough to go through here. However, here you need to go up to the top and then moon jump to be able to get on here. Otherwise, you will not make it. If you're too fast and too high, you can also overjump it. To add to this, if you aim for too far to the right, this part will catch you. If you aim too far to the left, you will be slowed down by going against the wall. So this is somewhat of a gap and a neo at the same time. Over here you curve and do a slip to get the speed. And from here on out, it is just normal jumps. However, these platforms are really big because you have a lot of speed, and it's really fitting for your speed if it increases to the platform size also increasing. Then the jump down to the goal is also lower for the extra weight. Let's jump over to the visuals. If we look at this from the outside, this is what it looks like from the outside. The cave, inside, outside. Yes, this is called doing render phases. Anything that you do not need to see in-game is turned off, like these beams here being invisible from the other side, or even this wood up here not being visible, or the pillars, bottoms. The feet of the bird, this is just one object as a grid texture, what seems like 3 objects. This light beam here is an object with an asset, which is a gradient, and it is recolored. And up here is just a square. It is not actually light. Everywhere, all around the level, here, 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 here 2, and here 1 big one, are light zones to make everything light and make you see the platforms properly. The strings on which the root hangs is on extra rocks that point outwards, giving that extra feel of it hanging down. The hands are basically like real hands. Here you have your little finger and your thumb. For this right here, I turned on the rendering from both sides, inside and outside. That's why you can see both sides. This is just one object. The same goes over for this one and also for this one. I really like using this trick. This is just one object, well, 2. You know, the inside barrel one. And then the outside thing is also just one. It's a texture, and you can see both inside and outside of the texture. This is similar as the stuff used in Eterno. For all of these things, here the hitbox is a little bit bigger than the wood, here it is a little bit bigger, and here it is a cube. The hitbox is a cube, and all of these things are uncollidable because they wouldn't really fit if they were collidable. And the same thing goes for here. The ramp is invisible. It is collidable. And the wood here is all uncollidable. Also goes for right here. This stone here is uncollidable. There's an invisible ramp here. And actually this stone is also uncollidable because there is a invisible collidable stuff right here to make it make sure that you can't just run against it. You have to actually land here. This right here is an asset, also turned on with the back face, and as everywhere, some really fine use of object sizes. Over here, this right here is a cylinder with 4 sides and a texture, a little trick to make it go inwards. This right here I could have used double-side render face, but I really like the way this looks with just this one side, as the texture is kind of really fitting for this aesthetic of the railing. And here the lights, you can see the lights and the things from over here really shining and making the shadows. I have the max settings on if you're wondering. And here, this right here is a cylinder with the texture from earlier, from right here. This is the same texture, just applied to a cylinder. And the cylinder is rotating. And these right here are also cylinders with 5 sides, and they are also rotating. They're open-ended and modified a little bit to be able to get this fun shape. This is just some rotated stuff with opacity. If you go through here, your environment zone changes. From dark and murky, it goes to this heavenly bright to shield off the entire cave. As you can see, it looks like this. I made sure to put rocks here, so you can still see the bottom and everything, and this fits. These rocks are lighter. Also here, this rock is darker, then this gets lighter, and then this is the lightest. And this is also what it is on the outside. This is to just shield the cave. And out here, if you look back, it looks a little goofy, but during the gameplay, you don't really look back. Here, all of these things go down, and they are a little bit rotated, and around everything is some light, and there are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's the goal zone. Here I did the thing with the 4-sided cylinder again. Here is, by the way, how the map looks like in the editor. It looks really funky this way. Here you can see all the cubes that have the render faces turned off, and here you can see the real hitbox of this thing to make it not be annoying. Same with the starting platform, you have more space to run up. Here you can also see the stuff I did with the hitboxes. This is how I did the hitboxes for the stuff. Like, look, this is the ramp is invisible. Same goes for here. And then later on, these are, by the way, bordered, so you can't jump on top of them. Similar with the railing. I wanted to choose the railing as just having this be the visual way, but having just this bordered wouldn't make much sense. So I made an invisible border. This is to prevent you from instantly jumping up here. You can still, I guess, make that angle, but it is not worth it. The map's name is Slide Bird Slide, and I will give you one final run through. Thank you very much for watching.